say, in the right light, everything looks better. In today's episode, we chat with Amber Guan, a business strategy expert with over 15 years of experience in global markets like China, the UK, and the APAC region. As managing director for China at Occhio, a leader in design lighting from Germany, Amber shares her insights. She highlights the challenges of building a luxury brand in China and the differences in lighting preferences between Chinese and European consumers. Amber also talks about digital marketing, innovation, and why personalized lighting solutions matter today. Let's dive in. Enjoy!
Made in China. Von der Werkbank der Welt zum größten Konsumentenmarkt und Technologieführer. Eine Reise durch das Leben, Business und die Kultur im Reich der Mitte mit Damian Maib und Thomas Derksen.
A very warm welcome to the Made in China podcast. We are very happy today that we all are in Shanghai, including Damian, including me, and including our podcast guest, Amber. Amber, welcome to our office in Shanghai. Or I have to say to Damian's office.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's my pleasure.
So we were waiting for this opportunity for quite a long time, right? Damian and me, we are both big fans of Occhio, this brand, and we're talking about since 3 years already. I think since we started our podcast to have someone from Occhio here, because it's a very, very impressive, very successful brand here in China and all over the world, I have to say.
100%. And on top of that, it's a German brand from Munich. If I'm not wrong, you can correct me later. And I think if you think about interior design and lights for offices or for your private apartments or houses, there's no way around Occhio. Yeah, Occhio is the standard, I think.
I think you definitely right. I believe everyone from Germany should know Occhio, this brand, as a leading luxury love lighting brand. And it's also my honor to really work for this brand and writing the journey in China market. So I hope we can have a lot to share, some interesting stories as well.
For sure. But before we begin with the serious professional part, we have 3 little questions for you, which we didn't send you in advance. It's like a little icebreaker, very easy. You can handle this, wow. I'm sure. The first question would be, if you could be someone else for a day, who would it be and why?
My children.
Your children? Mm-hmm. Because you want to see how good a mother you are? Or
so spoiled.
No, because I just wanted to spending time where I want to have a free day, you know.
Yeah.
What would you say to your younger self if you were to meet her?
Well, I think you're doing all right. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, that's very good, because sometimes when you're young, you're confused and worried about the future, but then you can say, everything will be all right.
I'm the lucky one because I always know what I want to do.
Okay.
Very young age.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I'm saying if I met a younger me, I would say you're doing all right.
So you already wanted to sell Occhio lights when you were young, when you were 20 years old?
No. I have to say when I was 20 years old, I know that I will be a businesswoman and I will do something very challenging and very interesting, but also can bring value to people around me. That's something that I always want to do.
Yeah, and you're definitely a very, very successful businesswoman. And we're also very happy to have you here, because a lot of people complain, and we also complain all the time, that we have not a very good male to female ratio in our podcast guests. But it's also not our fault, because we ask a lot of women. But I think in this area, men are more like, I will do it, I'm an expert. And women are like more modest, 谦虚, and say, I don't know if I'm the right one. So we are very happy to have you here.
I said that too.
You said that too, yeah. This is a very, very, very women thing to say, I guess. Like Damian and me, we said, we accept all the invitations to all the events because we think we can make it, right?
Very, 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 very humble.
No. Just because Roman is very successful in my heart. So when he invited me to this podcasting, and I was like, are you sure? Am I good enough?
Of course.
But it's my pleasure, you know.
Of course. No, we are very happy to have you. And you've worked for Baker Furniture, Home Avant-Garde, and now Occhio. All are luxury furniture and interior design companies. What is it about interior design that is so fascinating for you?
You know, interior design has always fascinated me because it has the power to shape how people live and interact with their spaces. It's a blend of functionality and beauty, where design solutions meet human needs. The ability to transform a space and elevate the quality of life through a thoughtful design is truly inspiring. And working in luxury interior design allows me to really push the boundaries in creativity and craftsmanship, that delivering an experience that touches emotions of humans. That's really something that I like.
Yeah, you're very right. Like touching emotions of people, this is a very important point of light. I'm also a very big friend of good lighting because it can change the aura and the vibe of a place totally, right?
That's right. And you know, because emotion in Occhio, we're always saying emotional lighting design, and this is definitely a new term in, at least in China market interior designs. Like people never heard about emotional lighting design in the past, but this is definitely start from Occhio, because we know a good lighting can really, you know, shape people's emotion.
Yeah, and in the old Chinese buildings, I see a lot of like this blue light and very, very bright light that doesn't make it, for me, make it feel like home. And there are definitely cultural differences between European, German customers and Chinese customers. What are the biggest differences from your experience?
I think that's really something about culture and geography as well. You will, you know, people living in the tropical area, they prefer colder light than people who live in the cold areas.
So
they
I
prefer
never
warmer.
thought about this.
Yeah, that's and then also that's related to generation as well. You know, for older generation, they always want it very bright, right? Bright means safe. But for the younger generation, they want sometimes cozy, you know, dark light and more relaxing. So that's very interesting.
So what kind of lights are the most popular with Chinese clients?
I think the most popular one is the personalized lighting solution. I don't think there is a one standard, especially lighting, you know, that's sensible to each individual. And also, even if that's to one person, it depends on the day, depends on what you're doing, right? And then you will need different lights to suit your that situation. So that's hard to say, but you always need to have the ability to control the light according to your needs.
And I think that's exactly what you can do if you have the good Occhio lights, right? You can control it, you make it brighter, you make it less bright. You can even, I think, adjust the height depending on what basically light options you have at Occhio. Is there one particular hero product, like one product which sells best for you in China?
I think if you have to say hero product is our Mito collections. That's where you have in your meeting room. You know, because I think people tend to pick a product from their design, right? You know, Occhio, we have the best design, sophisticated design. So that's always appealing to people. And then when they pick this right design, then you started to really experience the functionality, the joy of use part of the product. Then they fall in love with Occhio. And that's also set Occhio different from the rest of the brand in the marketplace.
When you look, when you took on the role as managing director China for Occhio, what were the biggest challenges you faced?
I think the biggest challenge is really to build the brand awareness for Occhio in a high competitive and rapidly evolving market. You know, Occhio is like 25 years old history in Germany already. It's a well-known established brand. So everyone talking about the lighting, then they think about Occhio. However, in China, it's very different. You know, we entered the China market since 2020. That's quite a challenging, you know, everyone is pandemic, period of time. It's very difficult and challenging. So how can we really start building the brand awareness? That's super challenging. And secondly, I think the lighting industry in China is, in general, is very different. Like people more really paying attention to the design part, the decorative purpose, rather than really the lighting, emotional lighting. You know, Occhio is not selling light equipment. We're selling culture of light. And how can you really make sure people understand the culture of light? That's truly a challenging situation.
Yeah, and we already talked about the different approaches and the different requirements of German and Chinese customers. Is there anything else where you say that's a huge difference between people in Shanghai and people in Munich? Because Munich and Shanghai are not that different in many aspects, right? But maybe your Munich colleagues say this one sells particularly good in Germany, and you say, oh, it's totally different in Shanghai.
I think you will see a lot in common when it comes to the lifestyle, to the luxury sectors, right? It's more in common, like people enjoying good design, enjoying good life. But however, if you say the difference, I would say that in China, consumers are more really into the cutting edge technology. How can they always wanted to understand how the technology is advanced compared with the rest of a competitor, and how can you integrate it to their smart home system, because like smart home system in China is really a big thing, right? For any luxury properties, you got to have the smart home control system. And how Occhio can play a role in this. Can you play with other brand, or you have to be alone? So this is the most concerning questions in China.
Yeah, we see that, right? Always Thomas and me, when we're working now in marketing and e-commerce, the Chinese customer is very demanding and very well educated and knowledgeable, right? Especially if he's willing to spend a significant amount of money. And now also the Chinese consumer base is evolving quite rapidly. How are you adapting your marketing strategies also to meet the needs of maybe the younger digital savvy generations of consumers? How do you educate them about culture of light?
I think when Occhio entered China market, we were primarily targeting a younger generation, younger customers. If you compare Europe and China in the luxury sector, in every perspective, the customer here are younger than in Europe. So when we're targeting this group of people, I think Occhio has the advantage because we have been always a brand embracing innovation, the best R&D. So we're always looking at what is next. So our founder Occhio always saying that we are creating a light that is not existing in this world. We are the next new technology, the new innovation. So for this part, we are truly confident that within the DNA, Occhio's DNA is about innovation. So this is something that really attracts the younger generation. But when we enter the China market, we also embrace the digital marketing. So in the first day, we started building our digital platform, like, the WeChat, the social media, all of the social media platform, mini programs, all this. So that we can make sure the younger generation, when they're doing the research, it's very easy to find us. They can very easy to look at our benefits. And also we're working with the KOL, KOC in China. So they're posting their, comments or their rooms, the photos. That's really a big part to attract the new generation, the younger generation.
That's very interesting. Other brands like Mercedes and also German luxury brands, they have the same experience, that the customers in China are much more younger than in Germany, right? Like in Germany, it would be like our parents' generation who buy the Mercedes, but in China, it's the same age like us, because they get married, they buy new flats, they make the renovation. So it's a very interesting thing to hear that you have to have a totally different approach than in Germany or the European markets, right?
That's right. And also, for even the younger, they couldn't afford, but they are definitely the opinion leader. They will actually research the information and feedback to their parents. Their parents pay the money,
Fachhungbao.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. So you were talking about innovation already. I'm very curious. For a lot of people, light is just light. You cannot reinvent the light. But what kind of innovation does Occhio have or provide when it comes to light, which itself seems to be a very simple product?
It's a very good question. So, Occhio is an ecosystem. So we actually is an ecosystem is based on the modules you pick. So what we do is we offer to each individual customer personalized lighting solution, but this can be only achieved by using Occhio's product and the systems. So that means that you can very easily to control the lighting solutions to suit every single life situation, but also it gives you the flexibility. So in case in the future, your family expanded or you live in different life, so you want to change the lighting, then our system can also allow you to really change without another investment. So that's really the unique selling point about Occhio, and that's also the leading edge of our technology.
So the innovation is like in the whole ecosystem, not just in one light or one light bulb you have on your in your house.
That's right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now, I mean, if we look at the Chinese property market, it has changed quite a bit, especially in the recent, let's say, 2 years. How does that and how did that affect the demand for premium or luxury lighting solutions in China? Is it and are you more dependent on maybe commercial sales or private?
I think the shifts in the Chinese property market have led to more selective and discerning clientele. There is a growing demand for high quality, long lasting and customizable premium lighting solutions, especially in the luxury segment. Occhio's, because we're the best in the category, so we're always targeting on the luxury residentials. And for this group of customers, they are more really discerning about the quality and long lasting kind of solutions. So that's, even for this kind of shift, that's actually a good news for Occhio, because we're always really focusing on what we can deliver the best in the categories. So this kind of trends really aligns well with Occhio's focus on timeless design and functional excellence.
Talking about luxury, you have a flagship store in one of the most luxurious areas of whole Shanghai, Xintiandi.
Yeah.
Right? This is like
Very proud.
Yeah, it is. You should be very proud. It's like where all the beautiful girls and boys go on weekends for having dates, having dinner. It's where all the luxury brands sell their bags and shoes and everything. And what is so special about this shop? And how important is it in a environment in China where a lot of sales go online to have this kind of offline store?
Yeah. I think we're very proud that we are in Xintiandi. I have to tell you one fact, because this is the first lighting store, mono-brand lighting store in China.
Which has like a flagship store.
Not only flagship, the first mono-brand. In China, normally it's the different lighting brand they mix together.
Yes.
In the showroom, and it's always in the building material mall. So none of the brand has this luxury to invest or the board to invest a showroom.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Standalone showroom in the most expensive area, like in Shanghai, Xintiandi. We had these 2 floors in a very beautiful building, totally 400 square meters, and it's only about Occhio. So we are not selling an Occhio. We're really building the culture of light. So we want the people come to experience what is Occhio's culture of light, how light can really shape your life. So that's the purpose of doing that. And for this store, lighting is experience. If I'm telling you we're selling a lighting 4,000 color, warm colors, you can change that, you can have a good emotion, you don't understand what I'm talking about, right? But if I put you in this environment we call immersive experience, then you already know how this can really good light can transform a space and then give you that emotional feeling. So that's the whole purpose of building this flagship store. And definitely thanks for Occhio's head office. And that I have to say, this is really some very strategic, important decision that the whole group has made. And that's also the decision, the dedication to Chinese market.
Yeah, it's a beautiful store. It's a very nice interior design. Also great coffee that you have there as well. I enjoyed it.
And we also have good wine as well.
and wine. Good.
And parties. We have a monthly event, like monthly party. We have a beautiful DJ and beautiful music and wines and food. And so we invite designers, VIP customers come to enjoy the good light. So we have this feedback to say, you can really turn this place to a nightclub during the night. Was a wow.
Wow, that's good. I just added you on WeChat. Please send me an invitation. I would love to go there.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic store. And now with all of the digital channels, right, playing an increasingly important role in modern retail, How has Occhio leveraged online platforms or e-commerce maybe to engage with Chinese customers? Can we find you on Tmall?
Yes, definitely. We recognize the significance of digital engagement. Currently, we reach out to Chinese customers primarily through WeChat mini programs, and also Little Red Books, Weibo, and Tmall. We just opened our Tmall flagship store this year, just a few months ago. Yeah, it's very. I think we have a lot of consideration, but right now it's more for brand building, price point benchmarks, and researching, for this kind of information. So we have the Tmall stores, and these platforms really enable us to present our products and share our brand story and engage with our target audience.
So what is now a more important sales channel, offline or online?
Definitely offline.
Offline still, yeah?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Is it like because your products also need this experience you told us? You have to see it, you have to feel the light, and also need explanation that you cannot offer or provide online?
Yes, I think you're definitely right. I think we definitely need to communicate because it's such a new concept. Before Occhio in China, nobody, when they're selling light, is all for decorative purpose. If it's for functionality, then they go to the spotlight. It's very different things. Occhio has everything in one product, and that's really need us to communicate. And that's one thing. And secondly, I think we gave a good service to our customers. So every customer, they wanted us to provide a lighting planning to their situation. Even that's just only a few lights, but still it's a solution to their situation. So that's why they need to come to the store.
Yeah, so, and also we are now in very uncertain times when it comes to world business, world politics, economy, and you already said Occhio, the headquarter, is quite dedicated to the Chinese market. How does this uncertainty affect the business and strategic planning of Occhio in China?
Yeah, the broader economic environment between China and Germany seems to have a lot of challenges, but it has never shifted our commitment to the Chinese market. We continue to see significant potential in China's high-end lighting market, and our focus remains on strengthening local partnership and enhancing our brand presence with the local partners. We have 18 partners in 18 cities in China, so we will continue to enlarge this footprint. Our commitment to China market has never stopped.
So you're talking about partners besides the mono brand flagship store. You also are present in other like Hongxin Maikalong or what like?
Not Hongxin Maikalong, but very premium.
Also very premium other partnership stores
in different cities. So I think in the most of second tier, first tier cities you will find Occhio store beautiful like what you can find from Europe. So that's one thing that we very insist. That brand image and position is truly important. We wanted to deliver the right experience to a customer, even in Shijiazhuang or Tianjin from China.
Very sorry that I put you in Hongxin Maikalong. This is not
nothing wrong with Hongxin Maikalong. I think Hongxin Maikalong is super good, but then different brand has their different strategies.
Yeah.
But for Occhio, in order to educate the market, we need to make people understand that we are different. So we adopt very different retail strategies in China.
And how is the strategy in Germany? Is this also monobrand store, or are you also in other lighting stores or sell online? Do you know this?
Because Occhio is 25 years. We have I think 400, 500 dealers just only in Germany. So it's very different. So we have different layers of distributor partners. We have, of course, the flagship stores, but also we have dealer stores where you can find Occhio and other brands as well. And then we also work with designers, architects in the projects. So it's very diversified, I think, distribution channel in Europe. But now in China, we're not there yet. We only have a mono brand store first. And then also we are working very aggressively with designers, architecture, the top-notch designers to be in these projects as well. So this is also a very good opportunity to demonstrate Occhio brand in the living space in China, luxury living space, and that's also shaping the market preference as well.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and looking ahead, what are your goals for Occhio in the Chinese market, let's say over the next 5 years?
Well, 5 years seems very long. I think over the next 5 years, we aim to expand, like I said, our footprint in China by opening more partner stores in key cities, but not only mono-brand, maybe in some furniture stores as well, because lighting is always very important in all of the interior categories. And also we were increasing our collaboration with top designers and land developers too. So we plan to strengthen our local team to ensure we maintain the highest level of services and expertise for our clients. Occhio, if you look at the interior of foreign brands, we as an employer, we have the biggest team than any other, even a furniture brand as well. So most of the Italian brand, they only have a few sales rep in China, but Occhio, we have between 20 to 30 people kind of team to not only for sale and the marketing, but also to give the right service to local market as well.
So, as a last question, a little bit of personal interest. You said when you were young, you already knew that you wanted to be a businesswoman, and we have a lot of young listeners, male and female, and a lot of them are also very ambitious. So, can you tell a little bit about how you manage the work-life balance? That you have, you're very successful in your profession, you have your family, you have your children. For young men and women, how can they achieve this? Is there any advice you could give them?
Yeah, I think I'm not successful, first of all, that yet.
That's what all successful people say.
You have a different definition for successful. Successful doesn't really mean you have a family and children. I think it depends on people. But I think you really need to find your passion, right? So you really need to know your voice inside, what you truly want to be, and how. And what is happiness? I think happiness is the most important thing. If you're doing something you find inspiring and you're happy and you can find the motivation to do that and don't give up, the resilience there, and you feel something that you keep doing that is meaningful to people around you, then I think that's a successful. You can find the balance.
Yeah, happiness. This is also what Occhio and also what Damian does, what we do, bringing happiness to other people's lives. You with products, I more with content, and Occhio with light. Amber, we're very happy and very honored to have you here. Thank you so much for the insights. We're looking forward to more innovation coming out of the house of Occhio.
Oh, thank you so much. It's really my pleasure.
Perfect. Thank you, Amber. And see you soon at the Occhio store.
Yeah, please come.
At the party.
For the party.
Yeah, for everyone who wants to take a look at the lights, it's, I think, in Huafu Tiandi.
Yeah, that's right. Huafu.
Yeah.
Your Chinese is really good.
I'm also impressed, Damian.
I just know where it is. That's it.
We need to prepare more time.
That's good. I like it. Okay, see you soon.
See you.